Hi, my name is Mark Robertson. I'm the EPM Practice Director at Attest Partners. I'm here today really to show you some of the latest and greatest functionality that's been released by Oracle in the past couple of weeks. It's the 2508 release of EPM, which includes advanced predictions. So that's bringing the machine learning algorithms directly to every user capability within Oracle EPM planning. So how I thought I'd demonstrate it today is I have a solution that I've created to support regulatory change in financial services regarding management actions. Now that goes all the way through from a BAU model, so standard planning, forecasting, that type of thing, all the way through to the recovery and resolution and the stress testing that is required for the financial services industry. So for today's example, I'm really just using the data set that I've already got. So I've already got actuals, I've already got plans, I've already got forecasts. All I'm doing is expanding that out using the artificial intelligence, the machine learning that's now available to me within the product. So I'm going to start with a view of where I was. Yeah, so this is just standard best practice Oracle EPM planning. So I'm calculating out across 4 dimensions. I'm using drivers to calculate out my loan opening and closing balances. I'm also calculating out an income statement line. I'm using assumptions. I'm using the best practice capability to manage the assumptions and manage the outputs. So as you can see down here, I have my actuals, I have my plans, I have my forecast already set up. I've also got the univariate running, so that's just the prediction capabilities that's been available in EPM for the past 18 months. So that's what a user should be able to see in their EPM system as per last month. Now with the new version coming, I can take that data set and I can add on the advanced predictions. And all that's doing is running across, and you'll see it as I get to the next stage. I'm now using that same data set, but using the algorithms that are pre-packaged, ready to use by Oracle EPM. And now I'm kicking out a whole host of multiple versions across best case, worst case, and most likely. So how did all that get there? So let's have a look at the configuration. So before you start the configuration, you need to set a calendar. Yeah, so again, you have this capability within IPM. You use it for your standard predictions to date if you have that enabled in your current setup. So I'm setting my calendar, so that's giving me my time frame from my start year to my end year, my number of historical periods, my number of future periods, where my current month and year is. I can add events to that as well. So if I wanted to, I can add in events that may be crucial to my revenue. So things like Christmas or Easter, global recurring events that need to be included within a plan, we can add those in as well. We then get to the actual configuration of the algorithms themselves. Now, again, I've set it up just because I could to run it across every single possible algorithm that has been provided by Oracle. If we just look into one of them, I've used the exact same drivers in every single one, just to give a bit of consistency as to what I was putting into the model to see what was happening on the way out. So as I configure it, as you can see, you've got a wizard-based capability that guides you through the process. I choose my calendar, so I'm automatically setting where my start month and end months and my ranges are. I can then start choosing the historical data and the slices of data that I want the prediction to run over. So you can see that I'm running over all my functions, all my GBUs, all my products, all my asset classes for a specific account line. Now that's just the way I've configured it for this example. We could do it over multiple account lines, less GBUs. However your data is set up, this is just aligned to the data model that I have for the solution. So I'm calculating, I'm looking at our loan income, but using our 30-year fixed mortgage rate, so the assumptions that you saw from the drivers, and also picking up the loan balances and the movements to the loan balances on that monthly basis. So those were the drivers that I was feeding into the model. I then want that to output against a specific data set. So again, I've set different versions for each of the different models so we can analyze them all together at the same time. One of the crucial points of using the new advanced prediction is that it will fill in your historic data on your if there is any missing across your data set. So as you can see across all my selections, it's going to, if there is any missing data within my history, it will fill that in before it then runs the prediction. So when you have a quality of data problem, again, that's your Oracle helping you out with this straight away. Then go into the model settings themselves. And this is where we just kick out those different, most likely best case and worst case examples. And you can see we have the various algorithms there. This example is preset to the Oracle Auto MLX. So really that's just a guide through of how we configure and set up based on data that you already have. We can get to the point opening up advanced predictions and being able to get to the analysis that I'll talk to in a second. The last step really in this whole AI journey for Oracle with EPM that you may not have picked up with your current setup, that we do also have the ability within the tool to pick up machine learning model. As Attest partners, we can help you understand those models, bring them in and configure them to your existing EPM setup as well. So where that all ends up, you've now got a whole host of data. So here you can see we've got our current plans and forecasts, but then we've got all our outputs against all our different versions and cases, whether it's best case, worst case, or most likely. What I've included is just a calculation that will work out the forecast accuracy to the actuals. So this is my actual months here. As we can see, I can, if I wanted to, see the same way that is done through predictive cash forecasting and applying a bit of color coding to each of the different cells. So here we can see that the Oracle Auto MLX and the XG boost most likely are very close to the actuals when we look back on this across this analysis. What that then allows us to do is with our forecast totals and plan totals that we can see down the bottom, we can then see what the variances are across all our forecasts to our current forecast or plan. And you can see that both our forecast and plan are above all the outputs that have been generated. So it may be a case that we need to have a look at them and revise our bottom-up planning in accord and in line with what has been shown from our AI outputs. So that is it in a quick run through of how we can easily enable advanced predictions and all the other IPM capabilities within your EPM environment. Please give us a call. Happy to chat. Thank you. Bye.